Hello. Well, you're probably aware that Governor Burgum issued some lightening up of the restrictions for the virus. What might that mean for our church and our parish? I honestly don't know yet. I'm waiting for word from the bishop, but once I hear that word, I will certainly let you know and see if there will be any changes at all to our coming together to celebrate the Mass or other such things. So we'll have to just wait. We continue our series on the Mass, the beautiful gift of the Lord giving Himself to us in the Eucharist. One of the beautiful things about the Mass is that we can go anywhere in the whole world and we can experience really the same Mass. Because our faith is Catholic. Catholic actually means universal, meaning that Jesus came to save absolutely everyone. And He does so by giving us His very body and blood in the Eucharist. He does so because the Eucharist shares us and invites us into the very Paschal mystery, Jesus' death and resurrection. And so it actually saves us. That's why we're hearing in the readings in these days that I am the bread of life. Whoever eats of my flesh and my blood will have eternal life. It's because the Mass is central, and it's celebrated then in so many beautiful ways throughout the whole world, but it's always, in a sense, the same reality. So I thought it would be helpful just to ponder that, like, what does the Mass look like in other places? It is pretty much the same, especially in what's called the Roman Rite, but there are different expressions of that, enculturation, so to speak. So who better than to share some of these experiences than Father Petro, to share his experience of Mass in his own country. So we turn now to him to get his perspective.
Hello, behind me is my home parish church back in Tanzania, the parish called Imagu. Today I would like to talk about the celebration of Mass in my country and in Africa in general. Our celebration of Mass is really a celebration, and it's a joyous Mass, and with all the dancing, singing always. And you know, in Africa we have different rites. We have Roman rite, and we have Zairian rite, we have Ethiopian rite. And if you see, you look at the celebration of the Masses in all these rites, you will find that people always dance and sing and, you know, chanting. That's how we celebrate. And our Mass usually takes a little longer than here. It takes at least 1.5 hours to 2 hours because of the dancing and the singing, you know. It's like that. And there is always an active participation in the Mass. And this is, I think, due to enculturation. We have been enculturating Christianity, taking Christianity into the culture of the people, inserting Christ in the culture of the people. And by nature, Africans are the dancing people, so we had to adapt that one too. So it is nice. And yeah, normally we have a separation of the Masses from the Mass for adults, Mass for the children, and Mass for the youth. You know, they don't come together for Mass. Usually each group comes for their own Mass on Sundays, and that is how we celebrate. And we try to really bring Christ into the culture of the people. That's what we are doing. And so it's nice, and people can feel at home, you know. That's good. Thank you so much.